In the last hours, the crypto market is dropping to the downside. Also, we saw already $500 million got liquidated in the last 24 hours. Bitcoin is dropping here to the downside, and even also the altcoins looking not that strong right now. I want to talk in this video about the next key levels, especially when we're looking on the liquidation heat map. There's one key level we definitely have to pay attention. So definitely stick around and let's directly start. First of all, with a small trade update. As you can see here right now, I recently opened a new trade on Bitcoin and also on Ethereum. Kind of like a little bit small in profits, $200 on Bitcoin and also $300-400 here on Ethereum. I will also explain you in today's video why I open exactly these both trades right now. So let's go straight here in Bitcoin. So first of all, we saw a massive move to the downside on Bitcoin in the last couple of hours. In this morning, we started the session and the Asian market drops us to the downside. Now we get a little bit more support level here in this lower part of our triangle, and this is exactly also the reason why I opened here a new Bitcoin position, because on the 4-hourly chart we are kind of creating a huge symmetrical triangle here to the upside. We are creating a huge symmetrical triangle with the breakout part potentially to the upside around middle of November with a price target of $130,000. But we have to also pay attention because there's one key level below us. We could invalidate this pattern to the downside, but we will talk about this one a little bit later in the video. But first of all, go here to the 15-minute chart to give you some new ideas where you can also position yourself for a new trade position. And this is especially when we're going here to the 5-minute chart. This is especially here on the 15-minute chart. If we are creating now here this kind of structure, as long we are holding $107,000, this should be all the way fine. If we are losing this level, keep in mind we will drop lower in direction of $106,000, especially when we have a quiet look on the liquidation level. We can see at $106,000 there is over 200 millions of liquidation seated down below there. But also when we're going here on the 3-daily liquidation chart, we can perfectly see a lot of liquidity is building up right now to the upside. And this is also the reason why I opened now a trade here on Bitcoin in a new long position, because the direction should be very clear for Bitcoin here to the upside. As soon we're getting here in these higher levels of $111,000, this should trigger a huge short squeeze to the upside in direction, mainly to $117,000. So this is also what I'm looking right now, why I'm building here my new long position. My stop loss will be getting here in this kind of range at $106,900. As soon we're filling this wick to the downside and losing this level, we should potentially get here the idea to get here in direction of $106,300. And then I will not be in this trade anymore, because as soon we're losing these kind of level, it could be getting here a little bit ugly for Bitcoin. Also on the 4-hourly chart, we can perfectly see, yes, we have saw a massive big candle to the downside, but we are creating here a huge imbalance in the chart. And later also in maybe also this week or the next following week, you will also be able to get here my indicator here on TradingView absolutely for free. So definitely stick around, make your subscribe to the channel, and even also, by the way, by your subscribing to the channel, just also leave a like on this video, so you ever will be also get notified when a new video is publishing. So we are creating here a super big imbalance in top of us, and this should be already the next move here to the upside. But there's also one thing we have to keep in mind. We are still in below of our indicators. So as I mark it here right now, the 50 moving average is in top of us. Also the 50 moving average on the 4-hourly chart is in top of us. And as soon we're not able to reclaim these kind of level, we should potentially also getting here a little bit more short confirmations in charts. So my mind is when I will get out of the trade, as soon we are filling these imbalance, so it would be like around here the 50 moving average, so around $110,400. There I will definitely close here my trade position. So as you can see here right now, I'm kind of up like $200 here on the trade, and I will go out on this trade here at $110,000, like a quick small position here on Bitcoin. Same belongs also for Ethereum, but we will talk about Ethereum a little bit later. So why I expecting here to go out of the trade at the 50 moving average? Because we are kind of on the way to getting the next short confirmation to the upside, because we're getting here probably the next short confirmation as soon we're getting the retest of the 50 moving average. It's exactly what we're seeing here right now. So we're getting the move to the upside, short confirmation, 50 moving average to the downside. So the next move could be exactly the same, going to the upside and then get a next move to the downside while the 50 moving average is following us down. And then as soon we're touching the 50 moving average here on the 4-hourly chart, I want to go out of my position. So this is also what you should also go do if you open a position here right now. Stop loss here under the last low. Let's switch also to Ethereum, because also here on Ethereum we are running a trade kind of a little bit in profit, so we are perfectly catch here the entry down below of our turning point. And if you don't have an exchange right now, just check out also Bitmart, link down below in the video description. There you can also claim a great deposit bonus, so definitely check this out. And also later in the next couple of weeks, you will also be able to apply this indicator what I'm using here for my daily updates, also for your trading view chart. So definitely be part on the channel that you will never miss out when the indicators will be published. I think in the next couple of weeks we are kind of working on the back end for some changes. You will also be able to get these indicators for your chart analysis. Also here on Ethereum, very important that we are not losing this kind of level to the downside. As soon as we are losing this level to the downside, expect here a massive move here also to Ethereum. As soon as we're losing this kind of level on Ethereum, expect also a move way to the downside in this kind of range to fill here probably also this wick here from the last crash here on the 10th of October. So be prepared. As soon we're losing this kind of level, we could potentially got even lower. But why I open here recently now a new trade position, this is, and we are zooming a little bit out, you can clearly see we are building a big bull flag here on Ethereum. And we're tracking here this pole here from this side to the upside to our breakout, potentially be here in the end of November. We could get a trade target of $6,500. Yes, it's very far from now right now. So that's the reason why we definitely have to pay here a little bit more closer attention by what is happening here on this next support level. As soon we're getting here bounce here on this support level, and for this one we go in the 15-minute chart. What I want to see here right now for Ethereum is we are getting here a perfect grounded structure, something like this, what we are creating right now, getting here a perfect bounce, and then get continuation here in top of the 50 moving average. That's also the reason why I open here my Ethereum position. I will get out of my Ethereum position as soon we're losing here this support level down below. It could be potentially getting here this wick filled and then see continuation to the upside. But if we are not able to hold this kind of level at $3,680, be prepared that we're potentially getting here into lower level. Yeah, so the crypto market is not looking every good right now, but as every time we get a bounce to the downside, it could be very likely that we are also seeing here like a V-shaped recovery to the upside, and expect also today in the evening time, Trump is also making an announcement, so there could potentially getting here also way more volatility in the market. So be prepared for the next days, and then don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and then we see in the next update video in the next days.